7 steps to go from nothing to $100,000 by 2022. Over $100,000 earning millennials report that 60% of them live paycheck to paycheck. How do you make that much money and continue to scrape out an existence? Sincerely, I don't find that shocking. Particularly in light of the current high inflation rate, it is far simpler to spend $100,000 than to earn it. While saving $100,000 may not seem like much, it isn't, and for most people, earning their first $100,000 is an unattainable goal. If you had $100,000 in the bank, you'd feel secure enough to answer the door when the bill collectors knock. These are two different things. But in actuality, $100,000 isn't all that much. It's a realistic objective that most individuals can achieve with some perseverance and determination, as well as having access to the internet. When I was in college, the thought of earning $100,000 was unfathomable. Even though my bills were barely covered by the minimum wage at the time, I was happy if I could manage to pay them. Naturally, I knew it was possible, but I was unable to make the connection between my current situation and the best way to achieve my goals. Even when I started in real estate, it appeared like I would have to do miracles in order to earn that much. The reality is that it's far simpler than most people realize. It's only a question of time before you get there as long as you are committed and on the right path. Here are 7 rules you must adhere to in order to make $100,000 from nothing. Give this video a thumbs up and let's begin with the first one. Number 1. Lenin once said, "There are decades when nothing happens and weeks when decades happen." This is one of the most sensible advice I've ever received. Nothing particularly significant has occurred since the 2008 housing meltdown. Yet the year 2022 is essentially remaking the world. The downfall of cryptocurrency, the collapse of tech stocks, the threat of global starvation. The invasion of Ukraine is putting the US's global dominance in jeopardy. There are concerns that China will attack Taiwan. Supply lines are being disrupted all over the world. Inflation is at an all-time high. Oil prices are at an all-time high. And the worldwide pandemic is still not over. We might be residing in a completely different world by the end of the year. The issue is to capitalize on this redistribution of value when such significant changes occur, and that is what matters most. Just observe how many cryptocurrencies are experiencing financial difficulties. Since the storm is driving out your competition, this is the ideal time to invest in cryptocurrency. When everything is steady, beginning a business is easy, but it is easier for everyone. You are therefore up against a lot of opposition. Because of the chaos they cause and the speed at which the world can change during a crisis, particularly when the status quo shifts, crises present the ideal chance for change. Number 2. Sun Tzu once said, "He who knows when to fight and when not to fight will win." When inspiration strikes, you're driven to action. Start a business, engage in trade and investing, and establish relationships. Your limited resources are the only issue. No matter what you try, you will fail if you don't know how to pick your battles, particularly if you are just starting off financially. Pick your battles wisely. Choose a task that you are more or less certain about, and don't let anyone or anything, including more enticing opportunities, distract you. In order to keep focused and avoid being sidetracked, you may need to swallow your ego. Choosing the right challenges at the right time is an essential aspect of the trip. When you attempt to be a jack of all trades, you end up being a master of none. Number 3. I know of nothing more despicable and pathetic than a man who devotes all the hours of the waking day to the making of money for money's sake, says Rockefeller. Money is a terrific motivator, but once you have enough of it, the motivation wanes. If you are not earning enough, it might not seem that way right now. But as soon as you reach the point where you can comfortably live and save more than half of your income, your motivation will start to wane. In addition, since money is endless, the pursuit of it is useless. Building something that will help people should therefore be the main objective. It would give your objective significance. It will make you more motivated to get out of bed in the morning. Additionally, the more individuals it will assist and the more people who will pay for it, the more money you will make. It's a cycle that will help you earn more than simply your first $100,000. Therefore, stop focusing on earning $100,000 and start considering how you might add value instead. The money will eventually come. Number 4. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great, says Rockefeller. Here's why most individuals don't get wealthy. After graduating, they continue their employment search. They locate a cozy workplace where they are provided with all of the comforts of home. They initially think it will pass quickly, but as they settle into a comfortable routine, they start to fear taking chances lest they lose what they already have. The issue is that sometimes you have to sacrifice something in order to obtain something greater. In other words, don't become too comfortable and don't be afraid to leave up the nice life. This doesn't imply you should quit your work and start that business. To advance, you must take some chances. Number 5. Don't let preconceived notions influence your choices. Your parents and your education have an impact on how you think as a young child. Your friends start molding your mindset as you mature and become an adult. Thus, despite the fact that they may seem rational, the majority of your thoughts and beliefs do not necessarily correspond to reality. It doesn't always follow that if you were brought up in a low-income household where your parents insisted that having good grades and pursuing a career hierarchy was the only way out of poverty, that this is true. Consider things from a different angle. Speaking with those who have accomplished what you are aiming for will help you broaden your perspective. Everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. Steve Jobs famously said, "You can change it, you can influence it, you can build your own things that other people can use." Number 6. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. According to Peterson, when we were young, our parents made comparisons between ourselves and our friends. Look, your peers outperform you academically. Playing video games is not how your neighbor spends his free time. We continually compare ourselves to those around us as we grow up. We always look around and find someone who is better than us, no matter how much we progress. There will always be someone who is better than you, which is something we discover too late in life. Just have a peek at the frequently updated Forbes billionaires list. Elon Musk now holds the top spot from Bezos, who previously held it. However, Elon Musk has tweeted that Putin is substantially wealthier than him. Nevertheless, Putin is still unable to leave Russia. Thus, whether his fortune actually qualifies as real wealth is debatable. Although that is an extreme case, you get the idea. Never assess yourself against others. You can only measure yourself against who you were yesterday. Did you hit the gym today? Bravo for you! You have improved a little since yesterday. Have you recently read a good book? Today you are a little wiser. The only way to develop is to compare yourself to who you were yesterday, since doing so will keep you inspired to keep making progress, which includes developing financially. Number 7. The greatest danger you face is your mind growing soft and your eye getting dull, says Green. Let this be the one piece of advice you remember after watching this video. The road to $100,000 may seem challenging, but anyone can complete it with enough effort and commitment. Once you achieve that goal or earn enough money to cover all your expenses, continuing forward is where the true risk lies. Your work ethic will deteriorate with time. You'll lose your sense of discipline, and your spending will gradually increase. You will reach the point when you are once more living paycheck to paycheck while your progress stagnates and your expenditure rises. The difficulty lies in maintaining your discipline even after you have reached your financial goals. You're all set. I appreciate you watching the video today. If you think this information is helpful, kindly click the like button. Additionally, subscribe to our channel to ensure that you don't miss any of the videos we post. I'll see you next time.